All right. It's a very strange thing because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm hungry and I'm streaming today because it's Sunday. But I've decided to make you all a gift. This is my new breakfast egg method for actually sunny side up eggs, perfect sunny side up eggs, and toast. Right? This is not complicated. And Zeus, I don't need a video for this. I had to make eggs. No, you fucking don't. We're going to set this to 5, which usually I'd go higher than that, but we're going to go low. And we're going to set the oven to broil on high. I'll make sure that there's space. So here's what's going to happen. I should have put that on before the start of the video, because now we got to wait. We need butter, by the way, lots of butter, copious amounts of butter. Oh, we also need toast. So, all right. I think we're gonna need 2 plates as well. Whenever I cook for myself, I always seem to need more plates than there are people by like 4, by a factor of 4. Now I made 3 pieces of toast. I'm probably gonna do 3 eggs. Let's see if I can not break, because I did this literally, was it yesterday? Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo. I know Pasta said wayo when she watched it. Okay, so I have 3 pieces of white toast, and this is a Pepperidge Farm sandwich white. We're going to need egg whites, because I like eggs. Eggs are very filling, except I like more eggs. And I don't want to keep adding yolks, which is more cholesterol, so we're going to add egg whites. Now, we can actually start doing things. As soon as this is hot enough to melt butter, we can begin the process. Respect the process. If you put it down and it slides around, you're ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to make little puddles of butter. Butter puddles. And the goal of this, right this second, is just to... It's not breakfast of death, but we need lots of butter, all right? Just accept this. Make it part of you. Because now we're going to take a piece of bread and we're going to just absorb the butter with it. And if you could lift it up and check, you're looking to get a nice, even coverage of yellow. Like that. Now we're going to need butter when we cook the eggs, so whatever isn't absorbed by the bread can just stay. I'm sure everyone in the cooking consortium is going, Zeus, no! There's other alternatives to death. See, like that looks like it's covered, but there's bits up there that aren't, it's not deep enough. You gotta get, it's gotta be yellow. You gotta get that yeller, dog. Then again, there's also multiple parts. And I'm doing this while the pan's not super hot, which is good. It's what you want. You don't want to burn yourself. We're just soaking the bread in butter. Alright, that should be enough. Maybe. Oh! Kerrygold, I do have that fancy butter, but I didn't feel like whipping it out. Now don't just drag it around, like dab it in there. Yes, dabbing is good. The corners on these pieces, you gotta make sure you get them. And then we're pulling this out. Oh yeah, nice and soaky. Actually a little bit more in that corner. Keep in mind, I'm doing this all while the pan is heating up, so there's almost no waste of time. This is, again, I figured this method out yesterday or the day before, and I'm just going with it. So now we've got our buttered bread. I think our pan has enough butter, but let's just double fucking check. And there's no way to tell how much butter I use, because I just rubbed the giant block of it there. Okay. I usually do eggs first and then fill in the gaps. Now this pan is not quite hot enough to sizzle an egg. That's fine. As low as possible. As low. Like touch your fingertips to the fucking pan. That's what you want. And note, not sizzling. We're not hot enough. This is a perfect impervious egg. Oh god. I prefer white shells to brown shells because they tend to crack in bigger chunks. Jesus. Okay. And now the egg whites. It's barely even cooking. It's like, why are you even bothering, Zeos? It's not even cooking yet. It's gonna fill in around the outside. No, hashtag no gaps. Hashtag all whites. I'm pretty sure you could just chug egg whites, right? Without it being against, like, food codes and health. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh man, you're eating too many egg whites. There could be a cheese involved in this. I'm not gonna say there is, though. So keep in mind, we have this oven, the broiler on, getting hot. We can leave it closed because I'm not broiling at this point. It's just heating up the pans below it. As soon as we see the bottom of this, there we go. Now it's on high. You want to get it in the pan in like a stable state. Have it just start doing things, and now I'm cranking it to fucking murder. If you have gas, this is going to work a little different. I'm just following the crazy methodology I figured out yesterday. Alright, this is not like, oh, Zeos knows exactly what he's doing. Zeos doesn't always know what he's doing. I don't have any more carnations as in breakfast, though. I think I'm cutting that out of my diet. It's too much sugar. Now, my stove on high will melt a pan in half. So that's why it's like... immediately starts sizzling the bottom. Just immediately starts sizzling the bottom. Almost faster than gas, I think, going from medium to high, and that's impossible. I also have a very large pan, so I'm going to sort of slide it around, because the very outside doesn't get any element. I would need like a 14-inch element. It's nice. And this one's all the way on the edge, so we want to get that clear bit. We want to see to the bottom. We want nothing but white. Now, usually with a sunny side up, you would just tent it and be done with it. Oh, you tented it, you're done. But not here. In fact, we're going to lower this back down to 5. Or make that like 6. And now we're going to just shove this sucker right under the broiler for an unbeknownst amount of time. Now, we didn't shut that off. We're going to need that to do the toast. We could lower it. We're not shutting it off. And now we're just waiting for the tops of those yolks to just turn white. Just barely. By the way, those are orange. They come out purple on the camera because of the IR filter. Now, any bits that haven't been cooked are now being cooked. So the top will get a nice white glaze, and the outsides will be done. But we didn't... I know some people love those crispy burnt egg edges. This method will not deliver those for you. Instead, you get a perfectly even amount of egg whitening. Oh, it's starting. It's starting. The peak. Oh my god. Like you want jiggly yolks? You ain't getting jigglier yolks than that. Let's give them a little more. The only issue we're going to have is I don't have a fucking spatula. Where the fuck's my spatula? There's my spatula. You're dirty. Okay. Wooden spatula. Wooden spatula. Clear off. I'm calling that perfect. Keep in mind that burner's on. Don't leave it. Now, to try to get this fucker off of here, we're just going to fold the edges up a little bit. Don't cover the yolks. You don't want to give them something to cook them. This is like an Area 51 celebration. And then peel them back. Oh, God, yeah. So we now have perfect eggs. Now we're putting this back on. It should still be hot. Oven's off. Butter side up. Alright, not down. Butter side up first. And keep them in the middle, because the middle is the hottest part of the pan. Now these will stay perfect and jiggly. We can salt them. I use... that's pink Himalayan salt, and then I have red pepper flakes in an IKEA grinder, and I use this thing a lot. I use this instead of regular pepper, but I think today we're going to do a little bit of both. Now here's the thing about toasting bread in a pan like this. You're not going to hear sizzle. You're not going to know when it needs to go. You're just going to have to check it. You could kind of lift it, and if it bends, it probably isn't ready, but a little bit more. And you could do this in another pan, but I'm insistent. I'm already using 2 plates. I had to have 1 plate to keep the toast on and 1 plate to not keep the toast on. So now I could probably come here and do this. I try to be as efficient as possible when cooking. Use all the butter, but be efficient with dishes. Alright. See that? It's a little bit of browning there. That's perfect. And now we're going to get a bit of sizzle because there's butter all over these. So this is essentially I'm frying my bread because there's butter on it. Still jiggling. Still jiggling. That one's falling off the edge. Actually, you know what? Go with a plastic Chipotle fork. I'm going to take this and just bring that son of a bitch in. Oh, yeah. I kind of want the eggs to cool off a bit so they don't cook the yolks, but at the same time, they're perfect, and I'm just touching them with my hands because I'm an artiste. You know those artists who paint with no brushes? That's me. The side with the fats on it is going to cook a little bit faster, so we're just going to... Yeah. Okay. We could rotate them around and do other things, but I think you're going to enjoy looking at the greatest bread. Now, this happens differently with different brands. Fucker! Fuck! I'm eating it. Fuck that. The floor is clean, right? That's clean. If this is my last video upload, you know why. I'm not that... I don't even remember which piece it was. Let's put this down. We'll just spin it around. Does one taste like floor? No? Great. Motherfucker. Off, 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 off. You know what will fix that piece of bread? Gooey yolks. Ah, the gooeyest yolk. And I know you guys love the mukbang, which if you don't like to hear the sound of chewing, please leave right now. Because I'm going to do at least one of this. There's 3 egg yolks. There's 3 pieces of bread. I'm just going to fold this fucker up. Put it on a piece of toast. And then consume this. And there's going to be a light crunch to the bread you just don't get when you toast something and then butter it afterwards. Well, I'm on the ball today. Mmm. Mmm. It's dripping the yolks. It's so good. This might be my new favorite method for making eggs. Why did it take me so long to figure this out? Okay. I'm 1/3 of the way done with breakfast. I could really go for some chocolate milk. God damn it! Maybe I'll make one to celebrate. But now, you've got fried toast. You got really jiggly yolks. Perfectly cooked egg, seasoned. Mmm! See you all again in another video. Check out the Z Cooks Consortium Patreon, by the way. Which most of that funding goes towards when we do like the shootout. So we buy a whole bunch of hot sauces, or we buy a whole bunch of peppers, or whatever the fuck we're buying. Everyone wants us to shoot off like breakfast cereals. I'm like, nah. But tomato sauces, that's the thing. So if you want to be in the cookie tier, that's $25 a month. And every 3 months, which I know, expensive cookies, my sister will send you like 2 dozen homemade cookies. If you're in the continental United States, it's hard to ship food international, unfortunately, or else we'd have a ton of people in that tier. And then, yeah, I would say see these videos early, but if you're in the $5 tier, you join the Patreon chat, the Telegram chat, and I just post them when we post them. It's a good little family community there. Not that I'm inviting all of you. I don't want all of you there. Some of you are pieces of shit. But if you want to watch me eat eggs on basically a daily basis on Telegram. Here, let me show you what that's like. Let me show you what the Z Cooks Consortium gets. Oh, jiggly eggs! Jiggly eggs! Like, that's it. You'll get video bubbles like that every meal from everybody. So that's, if you desire that, boom.